I'm Captain Monte with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report. If weather permits, we've still been coming out here to the south and the north jetties. There's still been redfish out here, slots and bulls. I've been using a 2 to 3 ounce weight right on top of a number 3 or number 4 kell hook, live shrimp, cut menhaden or cut ladyfish have been working real well. If you have live shrimp, you can go down on your weight size and your hook size. There have been pompano we've been catching out here. We've been catching mangrove snappers. There are a few kingfish starting to show up. Those of you that like the kingfish, this is a great time of the season to be out there trolling around the jetties. Sharks are out right now. You can catch them on pretty much anything, any kind of big bait. There have been even some trout out here early in the morning. So all this area around the jetties, if the waves and the current lets you get out there, that is number one right there. And depending on how your tides are flowing, depends on how heavy of a weight I need to use. Between, a 3/4 all the way up to a 3, even a 4 ounce sometimes, just to be able to touch the bottom. I like fishing that 29 to 30 foot of water, and there's a still redfish all out there. Over here at the old McDermott docks, this area, first thing in the morning, been holding a few redfish and mangrove snappers, even out here in front. I know they're still working. That barge is still working out here in front, getting this metal and iron picked up on the bottom. But if you stay off of them and work this point, bull reds, and then the slot reds and the mangrove snapper up on the rocks, up tight. Live shrimp has been the ticket. If you're dropping out a little deeper out here in this deeper water, your favorite cut baits have been working real well. So all this area is holding fish. It's all a timing deal right now. When they decide to eat, they're going to eat. The water's up high after this tropical depression that we're having. So just kind of play it safe. These houses over here up against these docks, black drum, redfish, trout, mangrove snapper. I catch a few fish in here. It's good for 1, 2, 3 fish. If I don't get them fired up, then I move on. Down here, all the way down here, past Island Moorings, up against these rocks right through here, this habitat's starting to produce fish. Redfish and speckled trout been holding up through here. You want to make sure them big ships ain't coming through. If you can get in here early in the morning, been some pretty decent fish. Live shrimp under popping cork's been working real well. Or you can free line them. But there have been a few fish starting at these rocks all the way from here, all the way down to the point of Mustang. So this area in between here is a potential stop to make, and you can catch pretty decent fish there. Out here in the point of Pelican, out here on these deeper rocks, first thing in the morning, live croaker, piggy perch, live shrimp under popping corks. There have been some decent sized trout through here, and that is on these deeper rocks. If you get up here tight on these rocks up against the bank right here, mangrove snapper, they're showing up, and there have been some pretty decent ones. Good areas to target right now. If you come down, right now there's been a lot of black drum coming in. I like coming underneath the South Bay Bridge over here on the east end. Try to stay on this side because the further you go to the west, the rocks are underneath the bridge. Don't want anybody getting their lower units on them rocks, but it's usually pretty deep, in them structures coming into South Bay underneath the bridge and coming towards the highway channel. This back here and sailboat, tide's up right now. When the tide's really high, then fish start dumping off into brown root flats, redfish, and black drum. Like I said, there's a lot of black drum right now to be had. You can kind of see the school later part of the mornings, about 10 o'clock. First thing in the morning, I'll go after my trout, and then around 9:30, 10 o'clock when that sun comes up, I start black drum fishing. All through this channel through here, if you go in with your trolling motor real slow, you can kind of see that school up on top when that sun comes up. Right through there, and also over here in the wide channel. You come in on this right-hand side and work this edge all the way on the very edge of the south side. Black drum been hanging off here. Another good place black drum been hanging off at is over here in Piper Channel. Right here, I think from marker 18 all the way down to this bend right here, which is marker 24. There have been black drum through here. Same deal, mid-morning, late afternoon bite. Been picking up pretty good black drum. All back here behind the houses. All this area through here. There have been black drum around these docks. There's been redfish also, good slot reds. So get you some shrimp, either the jumbo deads or some live shrimp. Top them up with some shrimp bites. I like it because there's a lot of perch back here. If the perch takes the shrimp, then the drum come up and they eat the shrimp bite. So a lot of good black drum to be had. Some mornings they want to eat. Some days they don't. Just it's all in a timing thing. If you don't get them going and you see them, move down, see if you can find another school. That's been what I've been having to do to put fish in the box. So take your time. Don't get aggravated. Just stay with it or move. Over here by the cabins, this little cut come through here. Another good spot to be targeting black drum in this cut. Another good area that they've been falling off in is over here at Flato. All on the edges. Like I said, as that sun comes up and you really can see the edge of that cut and that flat, you'll be able to see those fish. Try to not spook them. Power pole down, stay off them a good little ways. Either use a lead head or use a number 2 kill hook with a real light 1/8 ounce weight. Stay off them, cast into them, and if they're not eating, and they stay up on top, keep casting. If not, get off of them, try to find another school. But like I said, there's a lot of good black drum to be had right now. If they'll eat, that is the question. Early morning, all these little platforms out here in Corpus Christi Bay, they're still holding good trout out here. Just remember your size limits, 15 to 20, 3-man limit is what they got us to now. But all these little platforms out here, live croaker, live figgies, live shrimp, just free line them out there. There have been also some bull reds out here. There have been a few black drum, but I just kind of go around like I'm drawing and just hitting each one of these wells. There are rock piles on these little wells. Some of them got rocks and some of them got mud, but if you can kind of find out which one's got the rock and come off that well a little bit and work them rock piles, good potential of catching a variety of fish. So, like I said, each well's a little bit different. If you're not familiar with these wells out here, get out here on a good calm day and just explore each one. You never know what you're going to catch out here. Those of you that like to fish T-heads over here, there have been good fish. There's been trout. There have been black drum. There have been redfish. There have been mangrove snappers. So this area through here is holding good fish. Those of you that like to walk in, those of you with kayaks, this area is holding pretty decent fish all the way down to the Lexington. So all this area right through here is potential to catch your fish. Live shrimp, if you're working these rocks through here, seems like that's been working the best. Y'all be safe out there, be courteous, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. This is Capt Monte.